Well, developing now, the fight to expand medical coverage for millions of veterans exposed to toxic burn pits during their service. Well, Senate Republicans blocked a bill Thursday that would have made more people eligible for benefits. The move blindsided Democrats and veteran advocates who say this help could have come a day too soon and a delay is harmful. Well, tons of veterans called Northern Virginia home, and tonight they're calling out the senators who blocked the bill from becoming law. Max Marcilla covers Northern Virginia for us and joins us live from Arlington. Max, you spoke with a veteran who says he was disappointed but not surprised.
That's right. Edward Garcia spent 6 tours abroad, including time in Iraq and Afghanistan. Tonight, he is urging Congress to do more to protect those who serve the country. Edward Garcia is back in the States, now living in Arlington with his wife and 2 daughters. But after 22 years of service for his country, he is no stranger to the health ramifications of war.
Whether it be frequent bloody noses, shortness of breath, hives.
While it's tough to prove the burn pits caused the issues, Garcia is not the only one facing them.
And by the time that you're able to prove it, chances are your health is fading fast.
That's why he, like every voting Senate Democrat and 8 Republicans, supported the PACT Act. But the majority of Republicans blocked the bill, some citing a budget gimmick.
There were things put in bills, as often happens, that made it not passable according to the majority of the Republican views. But in my opinion, that does not matter.
Angela McConnell, the president of Nova Vets, and Garcia, who serves on its board, say even if the bill is reintroduced and passed, it will have taken too long.
Every day that passes, every week that passes, keeps pushing our veterans lower and lower on the priority list of being taken care of.
Each day that passes, we run the risk of more and more veterans not receiving the help that they need, and their families that are going to be struggling once those veterans sadly pass away.
Garcia says the bill is not a perfect fix, but one that needed to pass.
When we return, historically, Congress, regardless of who they are, regardless of what party they are, tend to forget about veterans once they've done the job.
Now he's calling on senators to listen to him and the voices of other veterans.
I would ask them to reconsider their stance, and I would ask them to consider those who have already given so much. Why would you ask them to continue to give more after they've gone through what they've gone through?
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said that he plans to bring the bill back to the Senate floor on Monday for another vote. Live tonight in Arlington, Virginia, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.